Hey there, welcome to my channel. Have you ever wondered how brown sugar is made? Let's uncover the secret behind this sweet ingredient. This common household item, which we usually find in our kitchen cabinets, has an interesting backstory. It's interesting how brown sugar, made from either sugar cane or sugar beets, gets its distinctive color and flavor from an unexpected source: molasses. Picture this: a tedious process of harvesting, juice extraction, clarification, evaporation, crystallization, separation, and eventually, the re-addition of molasses to white sugar. Fascinating, don't you think? The amount of molasses it contains determines the color and flavor differences. Light brown sugar has about 3.5% molasses, while dark brown sugar can have up to 6.5%. So, the next time you sprinkle that brown sugar onto your oatmeal or mix it into your coffee, think about the journey it has been through. Stick with us as we explore more about the intriguing world of brown sugar. First things first, brown sugar isn't born brown. Now you're probably thinking, wait, what? Allow me to explain. Brown sugar starts its journey just like its counterpart, white sugar. The magic begins with two humble plants, sugar cane and sugar beets. These natural sweeteners are the raw material for our beloved brown sugar. Sugar cane, a tall grass that thrives in tropical climates, stores its sweetness in a juicy stalk. Sugar beets, on the other hand, are root vegetables that grow in cooler climates with their sweetness tucked away under the earth in a hardy bulb. The choice between cane and beet is more about geography than flavor. After all, sugar is sugar. The journey to brown sugar is all about what happens next. It's a fascinating process that transforms these plants into the sweet crystals we all know and love. Now that we have our raw material, let's move on to the extraction process. From the field to the factory, the journey of brown sugar begins with juice extraction. Now let's delve deeper into the fascinating process of juice extraction and how we clarify it to remove impurities. Whether we're talking about sugar cane or sugar beets, the first step is always extraction. Imagine sugar cane, tall and sturdy, being harvested, then crushed between heavy rollers to extract its sweet juice. Similarly, sugar beets, plump and earthy, are harvested and sliced into thin strips, known as cassettes, before being soaked in hot water. This process, called diffusion, extracts the sugar from the beets, resulting in a sweet juice. But we're not done yet. Oh no, not by a long shot. This juice, whether from sugar cane or sugar beets, is murky and filled with impurities. It's not ready for the next step in our process until it's as clear as a summer's day. And that's where clarification comes in. Clarification is like a detox for our juice. In this process, the juice is heated and treated with lime and sulfur dioxide. This combination causes the impurities or non-sugars to coagulate, forming a thick, frothy layer known as scum. Now don't let the name put you off. This scum is actually a good thing. It's a sign that our juice is getting cleaner. Once this scum is carefully removed, what remains is a clear, amber-hued juice. But we don't stop there. The juice undergoes further filtration to ensure all impurities are removed, resulting in a sparkling golden liquid that's rich in sugar and ready for the next phase of our brown sugar production. So, from the lush fields where our sugar cane and sugar beets grow, through the extraction of their sweet juices, and the careful clarification process that removes any impurities, we've come a long way in our journey towards creating brown sugar. With our juice clarified, it's time to concentrate and crystallize. And that, my friends, is a story for another scene. Now, we step into the heart of the sugar-making process. Having extracted our juice and purified it, it's time to concentrate it. The clarified juice is heated, and as the water evaporates, we're left with a thick, rich syrup. This isn't just any syrup, though. This is sugar in the making. Next up is the crystallization stage. Here, the syrup is cooled down and sugar crystals are introduced. These aren't just any crystals, though. They're seed crystals, the unsung heroes of the sugar-making process. Their role is to kickstart the formation of more sugar crystals. As they swirl around in the syrup, the sugar in the solution starts to form around them, growing bigger and bigger. It's a bit like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering more snow as it goes along. But of course, we don't want a syrupy sugar snowball, we want pure sugar crystals. So, it's time for the next stage, separation. We need to separate our newly formed sugar crystals from the remaining liquid, the molasses. And how do we do this? Well, there are a few ways, but one of the most common is centrifugation. The sugar mixture is spun at high speeds, and the force of this spinning pushes the heavier sugar crystals to the outside. The lighter molasses, meanwhile, stays in the middle. It's a bit like being on a merry-go-round. If you've ever been on one, you'll know that the faster it goes, the harder it is to stay in the middle. It's the same principle here. The heavier sugar crystals get pushed to the outside, leaving the lighter molasses in the middle. Once we've separated our sugar crystals, they're dried, leaving us with white sugar, but we're not quite finished. We're on a journey to make brown sugar, remember? With our sugar crystals ready, it's time for the magic ingredient that turns white sugar into brown. Welcome to the transformative stage of brown sugar production. Here we reintroduce the magic ingredient that gives brown sugar its distinctive hue and flavor: molasses. You see, traditionally, after all the tedious processes of harvesting, juice extraction, clarification, concentration, crystallization, and drying, what we're left with is refined white sugar. It's sweet, of course, but it lacks the depth and richness that molasses bring to the table. So we invite molasses back into the mix. You might be wondering, why was it removed in the first place? Well, it's all about control. By separating the molasses from the sugar crystals initially, we can ensure the right amount is added back to achieve the desired color and taste of our brown sugar. Now, the amount of molasses added determines whether we get light or dark brown sugar. Light brown sugar contains less molasses, usually around 3.5%. It's perfect when you want a subtle molasses flavor in your cookies or cakes. On the other hand, if you're looking for a robust, deep flavor, dark brown sugar is your go-to. It contains more molasses, about 6.5%. And it's wonderful in recipes like gingerbread or baked beans where you want that extra punch of richness. But the magic of molasses goes beyond just color and taste. It also adds moisture to the sugar. This is why brown sugar has a soft, moist texture that packs together, unlike granulated white sugar. It's this moisture that helps keep your baked goods soft and chewy. So you see, molasses is more than just a sweet, sticky syrup. It's the lifeblood of brown sugar, the key that unlocks its color, flavor, and texture. It's an enchanting dance of balance and control where just the right amount of molasses can transform ordinary white sugar into something truly special. Now let's mix it up and get our final product ready. We're almost at the end of our sweet journey. Now that we've reintroduced molasses to our refined white sugar, it's time to mix it all together. This step is crucial to ensure an even distribution of molasses throughout the sugar. Imagine a symphony, where every instrument plays its part in perfect harmony. Here, the white sugar and molasses need to blend together just as seamlessly. This process isn't rushed, it's given the time it needs to ensure that every grain of sugar is coated in the right amount of molasses. This meticulous mixing is what gives brown sugar its distinctive taste and color. Once the mixing is complete, we move on to the final stage, packaging. Our brown sugar is now ready to be shipped off to supermarkets and stores around the globe. It's packed carefully to preserve its moisture and rich flavor until it reaches your kitchen. And there you have it. Brown sugar, ready to sweeten your life. But why go through all this trouble to make brown sugar? You may wonder. Well, brown sugar isn't just a mere sweetener. It's a magic ingredient that breathes a distinctive flavor, moisture, and richness into various dishes. Unlike its white kin, brown sugar possesses a deep, caramel-like flavor due to the reintroduced molasses. This distinctive taste profile enables it to elevate the flavor of everything it graces, from sweet baked goods to tangy savory sauces, and even cocktails. And the difference isn't merely about taste. The moisture in brown sugar, again, thanks to the molasses, ensures that baked goods retain their softness and moisture. This is why a plethora of cookie recipes specifically command brown sugar. It's the hidden secret to achieving that ideal, chewy texture. Finally, the rich color that brown sugar bestows is yet another reason for its adoration. It can transform a simple cake into a golden treat, making your dishes enticing in taste and irresistible in appearance. So, the next time you savor a dish with brown sugar, you'll understand the journey it undertook to reach your plate. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more Who Knew Facts.